Here we go. Can you hear me?
I'm not even, it didn't pop up.
Oh, it will in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Hello. We're going live. Hey everybody! How are you doing? I am Kori Carruthers. I am broadcasting from my little studio in Southern California, and I have a son that is working with me today. His name is Tyler, and he is moderating for me today. So say hello to Ty. He's we got people coming in. We got any on the screen? Can you see on the screen? 2. Awesome. Hey, I am so glad that you're here, and I have a lot of crazy news to tell you all. So I'm gonna wait for a few people to come in, and I'm gonna play a few things. You guys just sit back and relax, and we're gonna talk. Too hot. Alright, I am just checking my mic because it was coming in a little too hot. I can see it when it gets hot because it gets red, these little green buttons over here. Hi, good afternoon. It's live with Kori today. I know I'm a little bit early. It's almost 1:30. We just had to make sure we set up and the sound is good. So how's everything sounding, everybody? Since I'm not monitoring myself today. So welcome to you Live with Kori, and my name is Kori Carruthers. If you don't know me, I know most of you do, but some of you on the off chance that you're new here on the page, so it would be great to have you stay along. I am a piano-centric instrumental musician, and so that means that I compose music that's centered around this lovely, beautiful piano. I love it. And today I have a really special guest who is behind the scenes. It's my son Tyler, He will be 19 this month, and it's pretty exciting to have him because he has been newly enlisted Marine. Yay! I am so proud of him. I'm excited for him. I've been emotional all week, and I might get emotional talking about it, but I'm trying not to because I'll make him embarrassed, and then I don't look good on camera when I cry. So it's not a good thing.
You always look good on camera, Mom.
Oh, thanks. So, how are you doing? So, if you would let me know if people comment, and I will answer questions. And who's all in? Do you know? See him?
Let's see who's here today. We got Jeff McCaig.
Hey, Jeff. Yeah, and we got Jeff McCaig. He's awesome. He's a musician as well. Does really awesome jazz composing, and he's a really good musician too. You can find him on YouTube, and he is on Facebook too. So he really knows what he's talking about, and he asked me a really in-depth question. So I'm going to be answering him in this session, and he was asking me what I wrote everything down so I don't forget what he asked me. He asked me what gets me started about a musical idea, and well, emotions are a huge part of my writing process. So, so when I write, I'm in a certain mood, certain mode, and I tend to go along with that mood. And for instance, this piece that I'm working on has to do with what's going on with my son. And sorry to embarrass you, but you gotta know by now that I'm an emotional person. So this is about him and about what's going on, and he's going into the Marines. And so it's not going to sound like a march or anything. This is more personal. As a mother, the transition to letting go your children is really difficult, and for me more so, as I'm extremely emotional. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. And Jeff, you just I get an idea, and it has to be in a minor key. So I kind of think this is in the key of D minor, but I could be totally off the wall on that one. So here I go. Elements in this piece that I'm not really happy with right now, and so Jeff, when I feel that it's not exactly like this particular key, this is more major, and I don't want to be in a major key, so I got to figure out how to go from here and or stay within that minor feeling until the end of the song. The end of the song will resolve itself and express that, okay, I'm okay with this whole situation, that my son is going to be a Marine. I already had a daughter that was in the Army. My dad was in the Army. My father-in-law was a Navy chief. And so we are a military family. And so I've got to, I work that out, and it takes me a few days probably, maybe in a month or so, I'll have it particularly down the way I want it, and that is how I work. And yes, so there's another question to go with that. Jeff asked me if I get writer's block, and I do, and I have been. The past couple of years ago, I was in really bad writer's block because I really wanted to do a Christmas album, and I really didn't know what the heck I was doing, because I love all the Christmas music that's out there. So I started working on a couple of pieces, and one day I started doing this. But I couldn't remember what it was, and I had to send a clip of that to my sister-in-law, who said, "Oh yeah, that's Joseph Bambino." Oh, who knew? Huh. I sang that in elementary school. So, how do I get through that? Through writer's block? Well, I go and do something else. I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll do some administration work with the website. I will go do some advertising. I go and do something else because I'm not going to sit here and kill myself trying to create something new. And lately, I've been going through some really personal things that have been opening me up emotionally and spiritually, and it's been an amazing 2 years. I've been taking classes, so that's what you can do. You can go take classes on something that you're interested in, things that you love to do. Helps me or you gets through some really difficult times. And for me, when a writer's block happens, I just cannot sit here and try to make myself write something, because it's not going to happen. And then Jeff asked me what inspires a piece. Well, like I said earlier, a lot of the inspiration comes from what's going on in my life. And right now, there's a lot of stuff going on. We're going to be seeing my son go to the Marines, and that's just been really hard for me. And so I am working through that by writing music and doing marketing and other things to keep myself busy and get out of trouble. Because when I get into trouble, I tend to start being bossy, and I don't want to be like that. So that's what inspires me, is emotions and things that are going on in life. And sometimes my friends even inspire me. Even my kids inspire me. So, I'll have an idea floating around in my head, and music is in my head 24/7. This is going to sound really weird, but this is just the weirdness of who I am. I think lights have sound. So if I see Christmas lights blinking, I hear them blinking. I know that sounds bizarre, but that's just the way I am. I'm wired that way. So if there's a light on, like in the room, on my lighting in here, it has a sound. It's very soft and subtle to me. So I'm hearing stuff like that all the time in my head. So the final thing I'm going to talk about, and if you have any questions, Tyler, if you would just pop on here and just stop me from talking and ask me questions, what they're asking. The thing is, the final touches on a piece of music will be me arranging chord charts, and then this will be with the Christmas album. That is what I'm going to be doing, a lot of chord charts, because I don't write music on paper. I have people transcribing for me to do that. And so I get that ready. I have to have that all set to go, because we'll have musicians on this album that will be all instrumental. We'll be playing parts, and I will have chord charts so that they can look at the chords and play around in the song within those chords. And it is amazing what musicians do with that. I don't specifically write parts for them. They actually go in and do a part for the song. For example, Carpe Diem on Trillium, the vocalese was written and produced. It was produced by Aone, and she recorded it at her studio. She sent it to Nashville because we were doing this project in Nashville first, and she stayed within the notes and the confines of Carpe Diem. And then, for example, for Jeff Oster and the cellist Eugene Friesen, they stuck within the confines of the music. I don't like to restrict musicians on a particular melodic line. I mean, they do have to stay within the song, obviously, else it's going to sound weird. But I like to give them freedom, and with that freedom, I have to respect them and put them on the album and saying that they're featured, and that's featured musicians. So that is a process, and I have to make sure, though, the artwork is all ready to go and ready to manufacture after the recording session. So I'm going to play one more piece, and then I'm going to let you guys go. And I want to ask you a question, all of you. Do you like this time of day at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon? I know a lot of you on the East Coast, it's 4:30 and it's kind of hard. During the day, it's hard to get away from work and come listen. So let me know what would be the best time for you, because I'm thinking about changing things up and having the show later, because since I'm on Pacific time, I can go later. So let me know what you think of that. And then all you people in Europe, if you want me to do a show like in the middle of the night, my night, I don't know if that would go very well with my family, but I can figure that out, and we'll do something like that. So let me know what your thoughts are on the times. let me know in the comments what you, if you have any questions. Do you have any questions? Burning questions? None. Okay, cool. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Thursday. And if you have any specific things you want me to talk about, comment below. And love you, and thank you so much for being such a support to me. So if you could turn it off. Okay, bye. Thank you.